This is Mr. MTM. Mr. Mayor, how are you?
Doing great. Man, busy weekend.
Yeah.
Knew that there was the chance for that nasty S stuff, but boy, did it get everybody excited on Saturday.
You thought he was going somewhere else with that, didn't you? That was good. Yeah.
I did. I thought you were going to have to bleep you
Nasty
there.
S stuff.
I heard it now.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. You know, I like that kind of snow. Like,
Yeah,
no one brought out a shovel, but it was still really pretty.
Oh, yeah.
It covered, but no one, I don't think, slipped. There were probably no accidents due to the snow. Like, that snow, I would like that every time.
Yeah.
Don't give me this foot crap, I know we're aggressive to start the show today. I just don't, there's no need for a lot of snow.
Feelings.
Like, my daughter was able to make a snowball.
No, she made like a snow baseball and just continued.
'cause
It
it's
was
this
like a sheet,
ice.
a little like grapefruit size ball of ice. And then she said, "Mom, watch me throw it." And
Where did she throw it?
Hopefully to the street.
toward the swing set.
Okay.
I don't know. Am I a bad dad that I was just like, I'm not going outside with them to play? Because I was.
No, because this was the first one. Yeah, there
Yeah,
wasn't.
I don't like it. I don't like being cold, or anything like that. And
I did
honestly,
slippers and a robe.
well, Friday night we were at the Kokomo High School game in Columbia City, and like after that, I was done with cold.
Yeah.
because it was so cold. I was very underdressed.
Looking ahead to this Friday's
I don't even wanna
semi-state
talk
game,
about
you
it.
are not going to
I
be a
know.
happy camper.
The high is 24,
And that's
on
like
Friday.
the middle of the day.
24 degrees. The low is 12 degrees. So basically, what I'm saying, shout out to all the Kokomo High School football players. You guys are killing it. You're making us very proud. This is the first year we've covered sports, and like if you guys lead us to Lucas Oil for a state championship, the first year covering sports, all the props in the world. But I will say this: if I have to be out there in 12-degree weather and you don't win, I'm gonna be
No
upset
pressure,
about it.
guys.
No pressure.
No pressure. Let's go, Wildcats.
Like, yeah, go Wildcats. Dear me, how cool is that? Semi-states at Kokomo.
At
Like, it's a
Kokomo.
home game.
It's going to be huge.
this
yeah.
weekend. And
Is that not normally like how it
well,
goes?
it's just kind of how like the bracket's set up, but it's a 50-50 shot. So but like,
Got it.
I mean, to win a regional the way they did, 42-13 away
Soundly.
game.
Yeah.
They just dominated
Yeah.
the entire game, including turnovers or a turnover on downs. We forced like 8 turnovers. The other team couldn't do anything.
No.
It was amazing.
Did they try their hardest?
Yeah, obviously.
Did they?
They won 42-13. What do you mean? Did they try their hardest?
Did they do their best?
As far as I can tell.
Do you think they had fun?
Oh, they had fun, and
All
like
right.
that's one thing I
that's
do
it.
know.
That's the trifecta.
So like being
I'm
on the
told.
sidelines for photos and videos now, like those kids crack me up. They're so funny, and like especially when they're winning, they're having the time of their lives. Like they had those big coats, which
Yeah,
I
the
was
new ones.
never offered, by the way. I'm not bitter about it.
Well, they don't have sleeves.
That's okay. I mean,
Okay.
you know, it was just so
Keep
cool.
your core warm.
They have like these big sideline coats, basically.
Got it.
And like they were hilarious because I don't think they have one for every kid, but it's close. So like some kids were like 2 kids in one jacket, or like, hey, it's my turn. You had it for 5 minutes. But like they were having the time of their lives, and like they're loving the videos and stuff we're creating. And it's obvious because they just come up to us like, "You're Kokomo Post, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can you take my picture?" And like they're like posing for us on the sideline. Or Brady, who's been killing the video content for Kokomo Post Sports, they know who he is now, so they'll like inch their way to Brady because they know like, hey, if I'm close to this guy, there's a chance I'm going to be in one of the videos. So it's just they're so funny. They've always been like so nice on the sidelines and respectful,
yeah.
and like oh man, it would be
Great
so
group of
cool
kids.
to follow them to Lucas Oil. It'd be really
It's
cool.
crazy because I think I told you some of these kids are just like friends of mine when we were
Yeah.
silly and growing up in our 20s. It's their kids.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun to see these like little babies who are not little babies anymore, and they're doing such a great job. I'm
The
so proud
Barker
of them.
brothers, man.
Yeah.
You love to see it. Evan, who is
Killing it,
just
man.
this like bowling ball of a human
He's
being.
a beast, yes.
Show me another quarterback that is as good at playing quarterback than he is as also a linebacker. Like, those two positions don't go together.
You would think.
But he is just this bowling ball of a human being. He can't be stopped. There's been so many plays where there's just this giant cluster of human beings, and you think, like, all right, like, blow the whistle, the play's over. But then all of a sudden, Evan breaks out of this cluster, and then he runs for 60 yards for a touchdown. It's crazy. He's a senior. He is making his senior year really worth it. So make sure to come out to Walter Cross Stadium this Friday. Bundle up. I've been saying, like, PF Hendricks, we'll talk about them in a minute, but like PF Hendricks, they need to just sponsor all things for this game, because that is the place to go to get all your warm accessories for Friday night. They've got the best hats, the best gloves, everything.
They've got the best socks.
Great socks.
Like,
There you go.
crazy like alpaca sock. They've got all kinds of cool stuff.
I am a dum-dum, and I'm going to admit it. So I was there, like I said, Friday night, and I just bought 4 days before Friday these new pair of like North Face insulated, waterproof, like beautiful boots, like crazy nice boots. I forgot I bought them, and I didn't even wear them on Friday night. I wore like leather Nike tennis shoes. And like
you
one
wanted to be
quarter
agile
in,
on the sideline.
That's not why I'm there. But like one quarter in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just forgot. I just bought these boots. So this Friday night, my feet are going to be well taken care of, because I'm not forgetting about the boots this time. But it
Admittedly,
should
you
be
were
good.
wearing like a windbreaker.
Well, I had like layers under the windbreaker.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was the only Kokomo High School like gear I had. I had to represent.
Were you really channeling Kokomo High School, and you're like, I don't need a coat, Mom.
Maybe.
Coats aren't cool.
Maybe that's what it was.
I wear my backpack on one
Secretly, that's what it
shoulder,
was.
despite intense neck pain. Like, I don't like that was every high school kid.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a great game. It was so awesome to see those kids. And when I was in high school, my junior year is when Northwestern went to the state for basketball. So it's like very nostalgic to see these kids like all pumped up and just like so excited for that chance to play for a state title. And I mean, I don't know. It's really exciting. Shout out to Dean Hockney, who's the sports information director over there at Kokomo High School. He's been hooking us up with all like the information and the history of everything. And
cool.
It's really cool. So make sure to come out to Walter
Cats.
Cross.
That's right.
This Friday night to check out the Cats. Maybe go to Lucas Oil, which not a lot of people are going there because the Colts haven't been great, but that's fine, We'll
Hey, but they pulled it off yesterday.
Jeff Saturday, any given Saturday.
Debut as coach, man.
He did it.
That's a way to do it.
He did it. So go Colts. Anyway, so let's pay some bills real quick before we get to the rest of the show, which we got some topics to talk about, including another Kokomo High School football thing, but we'll get to that. First one is Robert Miller & Son. Robert Miller & Son has been Kokomo's #1 for nearly 70 years. They have some pretty great sales in the past years, but never anything like this. For this historic event, nearly everything in the store is starting at 35% off. Some items are over 50% off right now. Some are even upwards of 60% off.
Wow.
They have to reduce their inventory before the end of the year, and all the savings are yours, Kokomo. Join them for their end of the year inventory reduction sale going on right now. Nearly everything is starting off at 35% off or more. Love that. Eye Physicians in Kokomo is celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. They are thankful for all the patients that have walked through their doors over the last 50 years. Looking for a new eye doctor? Eye Physicians Incorporated are noted top doctors whose skill and expertise are routinely called upon to assist those in need of solutions to their vision problems. Laser vision correction, treatments for cataracts, glaucoma, and other eye diseases, and even cosmetic and reconstructive eye surgery are just a few of their specialties. Happy birthday, Eye Physicians. 50 years. Love that. Speaking of Kokomo High School football, the city is helping out lower some ticket prices for the students, right? Tell me more about that.
We are. So I received a call from Principal Blessing, and in years past when obviously when schools host, or even whether they host the games or not, the IHSAA dictates the ticket price for the tournament games. And so as they progress through the tournament, apparently the semi-state tickets across the board, student and adults, are $12. And
seems high.
And so to make it more affordable for the students and to get as many of our Kokomo High School students at the game, the city is subsidizing the cost of the tickets to where the students only pay $5 a ticket.
It's amazing.
Students only.
Good for you.
So
good for you. Good for the city.
For the city, yep.
Yeah, I mean, I want that place just like, I mean, selfishly, obviously, for photos and video, because the student section is loving us right now. So like every time we roam around, they start going crazy. Want to see that place packed out on Friday night because it's a big deal.
Even as cold as it will be. I mean, I'm sure.
I know. Well, that's a plus to that. That's kind of what I was getting to. The more people are there, y'all huddle together. You're all just nice and comfy, and you stay warmer that way. Make a giant big hug in the field or on the stands.
What a stark contrast to the last few years of us being like, hey guys, like snuggled together with strangers.
I know. I was just thinking,
get all
let's
close
get
together.
everybody there. Everybody huddle up.
Yeah, I had a thought about that. Last night was the We Care Trimetry auction, and like the mall was just packed. Which congratulations, they sold over $83,000 worth of trees.
Yep.
It was
last
wild.
night. It was great to see. I was. You would have been proud of me. I'm
always proud of you.
I was going head to head with this woman. There was a Disney tree. And a part of the tree was a Disney family vacation, 5 nights in a Disney hotel, and 4 days of park
Disney
passes.
Dad.
So
Wow.
Disney Dad, it piqued my interest.
Well, of course.
So I was bidding, and it kept going back and forth with this one lady and her husband who were right next to me. So it was kind of that awkwardness that I just finally was like, how high are you going to go? Like, what are we doing here? And we laughed, and I said, have you guys ever been to Disney? And she said, no, and we're actually we're FaceTiming our 2-year-old granddaughter right now. We're planning on taking her for her first time.
Right.
And I went, take the tree. And I let them win it, which was really a weird
What a
thing.
guy.
Well, it was
I'm
funny.
even more proud of you now.
There you go. Well, it was the Christmas spirit. I was
It's the
feeling it
Christmas
deep.
spirit.
But it was funny. Like she was walking by me later that night and she said, thank you again. I'm like, don't thank me. You just spent thousands of dollars on this tree. I didn't enable you to empty your savings account or anything like that.
But it all goes
it
to
was
such
great.
a
Probably
great
save it. Yeah,
place.
right.
That's what I was justifying. If I can go to Disney and a tax write-off and it's a charity donation.
And helping
win.
We
Perfect.
Care. Like just
Yeah.
great organization, a great community spirit. It was so fun.
It was really fun. And by the way, that's the second time I've been to the mall recently for the tree, when we decorated our tree. And then obviously the auction last night. There is no better pretzel than Ben's Pretzels. At the mall.
Well, there you go.
My goodness. And they have
You're
this
not
new
lying.
like almond crusted pretzel there now. I'm telling you, it's so good. Shout out Ben's Pretzels. Free ad.
There you go.
They didn't pay. They didn't pay
free
for
ad.
that. They
You
didn't
made
pay
him
for that.
happy. You made his tummy happy yesterday. So
I will become
spot.
your spokesperson if you want me to. I am
You-
here for that.
You do not want to look at the nutritional facts on a
No,
on a
not
Ben's
at all.
pretzel, but
you
man,
get that off on your.
No,
Yeah, well, almonds.
is
They had almonds on them.
delicious.
Almonds are healthy for you. So it was
See?
pretty much a salad I ate. What's been going on at City Hall? Anything fun?
not salads, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's that time of year where like any office is just
I know.
like there's like 7 different types of cookies that someone brought in today. It's that time of year. Yeah.
Yeah, ironically, we're going through our insurance coverage, the educational little sessions. The employees come in and get things renewed for the end of the year.
Got
So
it.
working through that, and then part of that too is they have incentive to do wellness checks. So if they do wellness checks through the city county shared clinic, they get a reduced premium on that. So. Kudos to Sarah Spencer and Brenda and Alicia for coordinating all those education sessions, because they go directly to the departments, and that's challenging for police and fires, but police, because they've got try to catch them at roll call at 6 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 10 at night. So they've had to put in some extra time. But yeah, definitely doing that. We also are in the process of getting things set up for the updates to our parks master plan. So working with a company to do that. The master plan. It's
always fun.
Required every 5 years, and so it is coming to the end of its 5th year. So having that done. Looking through a strategic plan, because obviously a lot of what we had in mind coming in a couple years ago, or at least just a year ago,
Sure.
November 2nd, took a drastic change when all of a sudden there was a major development. On
There's
the
a $1 billion, multi-billion dollar investment.
potential of
That could change
a
some
couple
things.
thousand people,
Yeah.
coming in with that, unless they draw from the local workforce. So. Working through that as well, and then the talk of the Ready 2.0 initiative coming from the state, where the first session we, as a region, received $30 million, and so starting that thought process, if you will, getting the regional partners back together to look at the projects that had to be cut because we got 30 million versus the 50 million, and then some new initiatives that may come forward. So starting that with our regional partners from Tipton County, Cass County, Miami County, Fulton County, and Clinton County.
A lot of counties there.
A lot of counties.
So walk me back to the Parks Master Plan. What happens in that? Like, what will change? What will that allow you to do?
What will that allow us to do? That, one, gives us an opportunity to take an assessment of the parks, also see what additional amenities we want to do that may either based on logistics or funding or additional projects, be done within the next 5 years. And also having that master plan together when we apply for either state or federal funds for specific park projects. I mean, it's good to have that in place as well.
So then you said you partner with a third party to do that.
We hired a consulting firm, yes.
Gotcha. And then what? I guess I'm just curious. Like, how do they do it? Like, do they look and they say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
what a
hey,
fun
folks
job."
of this size, probably what you need is like a Ferris wheel, or like,
Right.
What do they do?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that because the same...
Somebody's going to be in the comments like, I heard one time the mayor said
We were
a
gonna
year
get a
ago that we were
Ferris
getting a
wheel.
Ferris wheel. Why can't we have a Ferris wheel like Carmel? I don't understand.
But yeah, so so it's the same company that did it 5 years ago. So they have that familiarity with Kokomo. They're also working with our regional partnership group too. So they're familiar with Central A&M. So they take a look at other amenities that communities close by have.
Ferris wheel, got it.
Ferris wheel, got it.
Made of gold.
Made of gold.
That'd be a Carmel Ferris wheel.
Right next to the merry-go-round.
Wouldn't it
24
be-
karat plated
No,
gold.
it'd just be made of brick.
Oh, everything's in brick in
Yes.
Carmel. Gold bricks.
We're not making fun of Carmel. I'm
I
sorry.
kind of am.
That sounds mean spirited. I'm not teasing.
No, I mean, we all need to be made fun of every now and then.
It's okay.
I believe
Yeah.
that. It's just a little teasing. I mean, if you've seen the show Parks and Rec, speaking of parks, let's be honest, Carmel is Eagleton.
Absolutely.
And, like, there's a lot of poking fun of Carmel. And
And how ironic that set in Indiana anyhow.
I know.
Yes,
So-
yes, we've said this many times.
I know.
So yeah, so they'll look at what we've got, what potential we may have, throw out some ideas, throw those ideas at us, and
Got it.
let us massage them a little bit, and go back and come up with something that we'd like to see whether things that could be accomplished immediately. I mean, because I know Tory Rowe hates talking about it and hearing about it, but as big as pickleball's gotten, I mean, do we need to look at the
Yeah.
availability?
What's Tory
of that?
got against pickleball?
Don't ask him.
Does he just hate the sport?
No, I don't know.
I have heard like stories about
There's
if
just
you
not
do have
enough-
like a
yeah.
pickleball field
Pickleback.
or court.
Like pickleball,
Yes.
We could do
pickleball.
that. That's an idea. Like the noise
League.
of the
Yeah.
what is it called?
Dinking.
The dinking can actually drive people insane.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, I think part of that too is that because we have tennis courts in both Highland and Foster Park, knowing the needs that both of those have, and and that
People seem to love them as they are right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
right.
We-
Yeah. Hey, send
I feel like-
if there are, send them my way.
Between
more of
pickleball
those
and tennis
people.
players, they
Yeah.
are. And here's the thing that I feel like would be great if you were working in municipal government is like with pickleball and tennis players. They are very forward about telling you what
They're
they want,
passionate
which I love. Like
about
that's
their
great.
dinking.
Very passionate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
So
It was the pump track that's recently or currently being done. Was that in the last 5-year plan, or is that something
no,
that happened?
That's something
outside of
that
it?
came up, and
That's
I
inside the
said-
Parks Department,
I said,
right?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Where is that? Where is the pump track?
North Side. So it was North Side Little League or North Side Ballpark.
Got it.
It runs right
Nice.
adjacent to the trail. What is that? Gano.
Yep.
Up that
Close to there, yeah.
section, yeah. So
Got it.
it's right in there, yeah. And they're laying rebar, and of course the concrete shortage has kind of put that in the bind. So that'll be completed next spring.
Gotcha.
But yeah, pretty cool. If you're out and about along the trail, stop and look through the fence. I did that this morning.
Love that.
Cool. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Like getting to peek in on stuff like that. Just the planning of how do we keep Kokomo growing? How
Yeah.
does that happen? I'm always fascinated
Yeah,
by.
and they look at trends. So do we? They see our bike share program. Do we expand the bike share program? Do is the trail connectivity? Do we see opportunities for additional trails? Because trails are in a sense, part of the parks program or
You've probably been asked
network.
this before. Have we ever talked about one of those little like rocket scooter programs?
Oh gosh, those
Rocket
are like
scooter
nightmares.
that you
I
sit
don't
on,
know.
or that you stand on. Like the birds.
It's the electric, the birds.
The birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been talked about a few times in the past, and like they're just terrifying.
Really?
Because like
I've never been on one.
people don't
see
take
them.
care of them, and they're just thrown everywhere. Like
Yeah.
that can be a debacle.
And really, I mean, yeah, they're entertaining, and yes, but we know that as small as Kokomo is versus metropolitan cities
Sure.
larger metropolitan cities that have these for folks to get around and get to different things, that they'd probably be utilized most on our trails, and folks like our trails to be able to walk, run, or bike, not necessarily like the electric.
Well, because the
in and out
thing
and such.
about them, when you're done, you just like chuck them, or you just leave them there.
Really?
Yeah, you can just leave them wherever.
Oh man.
Yeah, so like that's it. They
So that
become
would
a
be
debacle.
So if they're along the trail, so then when the company at the end of the day, as I understood, one that was interested in coming, that they would go through that. I mean, that probably have little GPS
Yes.
devices on them, so they'd go and find them and collect them. So does that?
Well, they
mean
pay
they'd be
people to do that.
driving along our
man.
trails, or
I don't know. It's
So-
weird.
yeah.
I'm glad we went the Coco Go route with that. Yeah.
Noted. Just curious.
Okay,
Fun.
sweet. Before we get to the Ask the Mayor segment, I did want to talk about a new show starting on the Kokomo Post Sports specifically, and it's for someone and a group of an organization that is doing so many amazing things athletically, and a lot of people don't know about them. And it's all the great athletics happening at IUK.
Absolutely.
IUK has some amazing athletic teams going on. Their volleyball team just won their 5th conference championship, I believe.
Sweet.
Their women's soccer team is one game away from winning their conference championship. The boys basketball team is back again. They're 4-1.
Awesome.
They did just have a hard loss, but last year they made their Final Four appearance in the national tournament. The girls soccer team just got placed in the national tournament. So I'm telling you,
Just
there are
amazing
so
as
many things
young-
happening.
Yeah, as young as these programs are.
I know,
they've
yeah.
been around for that long,
And
to
it's
have
such
that
a cool
talent.
thing for Kokomo. So tomorrow is our first ever episode of what we're calling the Cougar Cast, and it's going to be a weekly IUK athletics podcast where we
awesome.
sit down with their athletic director, Tom Norris, great guy.
yep.
He's very pumped about it. He's going to give us a recap of what all is going on at
Sweet.
IUK athletics this week, and then as well as that, we're going to interview some athletes from IUK every single week.
Perfect.
Check that out on the Kokomo Post Sports, which is our second Facebook page, which is mainly just all things local sports. We're covering all the local high schools, so Kokomo, Eastern, Taylor, Western, Northwestern, as well as IUK. We're doing the best we can to supply you guys with great content over there. We know Kokomo is a sports town, and you guys
Absolutely.
are loving the content so far. You guys blow up our content on TikTok and Instagram as well. Like I was saying, Brady, he's our new sports creator on staff, and he's been killing it. So IUK, we see you, we support you, and we're here to make everybody know about you guys with the Cougar Cast coming tomorrow
Cougarcast.
on the Kokomo Post Sports.
Perfect.
Love to see it.
What time?
Also, don't know exactly.
Okay.
We don't know. We haven't decided if we're going to do that show live
you'll
or it's
tape
going
it
to come
and
out
then-
later yet.
Yeah, that's
But it will be posted on Tuesdays. That's the goal.
Perfect.
Which, yeah, even so tomorrow, we're obviously Tom Norris will be on the show, the athletic director, as well as 2 of their cross country runners just qualified for nationals. So we'll be
yep.
interviewing both of them on the show tomorrow as well.
Perfect.
So yeah, it should be fun. A lot of great stuff going on at IUK, and
You guys
it
rock.
just keeps growing and growing, that campus. We went to a boys basketball game 2 weeks ago now. Oh, excuse me, it's men's. Yes, I'm so used to high school sports. In college, they're called men because they're over 18. Men's basketball team. We went to their home opener a few weeks back, and like there were like 250 kids in the student section going nuts, by the way. They had signs, they had props, like they go crazy. So if you want to go to a game and like, a college
feel.
atmosphere and you don't want to drive down to Bloomington, go check out IUK. I think it's IUKCougars.com is their athletic site. You can see all their team schedules and everything like that. But go check out a game. And, it's fun. I don't think they charge for tickets. Like, I didn't see anyone taking money for tickets. I could be wrong. If you get there and just tell them I said.
That guy from the Kokomo Post just told me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Walk
Tom,
fast.
sorry,
Walk with
Tom, if I'm
confidence,
mad.
and I didn't have to pay.
Yeah, I thought that was free.
Yeah, I do need to rate their hot dog at some point. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So go check out the great athletics going on at IUK right now. Maybe one day they'll have a football team. We'll see. It'll
see.
be fun. Yeah. So
be
I wanted to
something.
shout that out because new show starting tomorrow on the Kokomo Post.
Perfect.
Sports. All right, so let's get into the Ask the Mayor segment, partnered with Lexi's Drink Barn. Shout out to Lexi's. If you are a fan of Fountain Cokes, Lexi's is the place to go. They just fully remodeled the outside of their north location on Washington. Go check them out. My go-to order is a 44-ounce Coke Zero with sugar-free vanilla. Basically, once again, it's basically like drinking a salad. It's called the Drew. It's very healthy. There are no negative health consequences to drinking that.
Cool.
Ever. And it's got caffeine in it, so that's great too, because life's hard and you need to pick me up every now and then. So shout out Lexi's. They have some great warm sandwiches and paninis this for like winter times to warm you up. Buffalo chicken dip on Fridays. You can't miss that out. It's so good. So shout
By
out
the
to
way,
them.
I had lots of questions last week about the Lexi's pumpkin setup that you have going on.
You act like I did
Questions.
this.
Here is my
It's kind of
theory.
festive.
It
I
is
think it's
festive.
one,
It's
it's
fun.
festive, and two, I think those pumpkins, just a little homage to marshmallow Cokes. It's like the marshmallow on top.
Oh, which is a Kokomo specialty.
So
That really is something. You go outside of Kokomo and you ask them to put marshmallow in your drink and they think you're a lunatic.
absolutely.
100%. And just fountain cokes in general are a very Kokomo thing. So you love
Yep.
to see it. Awesome. I see you guys in the chat leaving some questions. If you have a question,
you all for
just
watching.
leave it in the chat. I'm going to be asking those questions now, but I mean, I'll try to keep watching the chat, make sure I don't miss any questions. The first one is from Chris on Facebook. Can we have an Autism Awareness Month for my fiance, Casey Joins?
We can probably, I don't know why we wouldn't acknowledge Autism Month. I'd have to do some research to see when in which month that falls, because I'm sure there's a National Autism Month that we usually ride the coattails of. So absolutely, Chris, we'll look in to see when Autism Month is nationally and partner up with them and make it a thing in Kokomo.
Love to see it. Next question is from Austin Boyd on Facebook. And Austin, you are giving us a great segue into a plug for something that's going to be
Love
starting
it.
soon. Austin says they should play Christmas music through the speakers during the peak hour of the ice skating rink at the stadium and sell hot chocolate at the concession stands, if they're not already. Would the city be able to make this happen? They do that.
They do
Austin,
that.
at
True.
the Frozen
At the Frozen
Sandlot,
Sandlot.
which
Come on down
we
to
can
the
talk about
stadium.
that.
Yep.
Is the opening weekend Black Friday weekend
Black
again?
Friday weekend.
Okay, so that's coming up again.
Yep.
What a cool thing. And we can talk about that for a little bit. I know Travis got with us
Okay, good.
to start
Yep.
talking more
We're
about
gonna
the
chat with
Frozen
him
Sandlot and things
tomorrow.
like that. Okay. But tell us, is the rink the same rink as last year, or tell us what's going on?
Same rink as last year. They're, I think, 75% up, so they're getting it constructed so we can get the ice down soon. Fortunately, it's going to be cold enough if they start that right away.
Unfortunately, if you ask me.
But yeah, it should be the same setup. The tent for the skate rentals, and then a small concession stand within the tent as well, selling candies and hot chocolate and such.
Love that.
As you enter into the stadium, you go through the kind of the gift shop, if you will, for the Jackrabbits. They'll have, I know they have in the past, so I'm sure they would again. They've got Frozen Sandlot merch up there, the hats,
Yep.
maybe even scarves. I forget if they do the scarves or the gloves, but definitely hats.
Oh, they know they
I've
had
got a
gloves
hat.
in the past.
But and then along with that, the two suites, actually 2 or 3 suites upstairs that are inside and heated. Folks can, and they do that often, can rent those out for
Birthday
private
parties and
and such. Yeah, and you can have food catered up. You know, the stadium doesn't do that yourself. So if you rent the suites upstairs, you would have to provide the food that you would want there, and it's really a nice time.
Yeah, and like a lot of company outings, you can like rent a night basically for your company, have your whole staff come out, enjoy it.
We do the city employees one night.
Love that. Yeah,
so
I know the Hardy Group always comes out and does a night, and all the money goes back to Bridges, which is a really cool thing. So all the profits and the proceeds go to Bridges, which is just an amazing nonprofit here in Kokomo.
And it's a great opportunity for those Bridges kids as well, because, I mean, it's obviously volunteer driven, but with Bridges doing it, they have their kids and their staff manning it. And so it's a great opportunity for them to get involved in a business.
Yeah, love to see it.
Well, and it's such an affordable
Kids are always
thing
so
to
nice
do.
too.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other like nice thing, because we hear a lot about like there's nothing affordable to do with my family, but it's $7 a ticket, or it's $5 if you bring your own skates. And it's just I don't know. I love that it's here. You don't have to travel to Indianapolis. I grew up like ice skating was a big thing where I'm
It
from.
was common. It was like walking.
Yeah, like we had year-round ice skating like rinks where I'm from. So this is always like so great.
You know where we didn't have that is in Kokomo, and I didn't grow up on skates, and I am terrified of breaking my leg every time I go.
We did, but before your time. It was
Before my time.
Out of Delco Park. There was the
it was way before
rink
my
out
time.
of Delco Park, and man, that was...
Well, even
those
if
were
there
good
was, I
times.
didn't go. I didn't grow up on skates. I was always the really lame kid at like roller skating parties. I was in the arcade the whole time. I never put on a pair of skates. I'm just not coordinated
Never
like
went
that.
out for a snowball?
I mean, I threw snowballs.
No,
but I
at
never,
the roller skating rink.
Sure didn't. No.
The guy and girl start out and they blow the whistle and they split them and they go down and pick
now you're
somebody else up
assuming-
along the wall, and then it just...
Now you're
and the
assuming that like
snowballs.
girls were
They
into
blow the
me back
whistle
then,
and then you
too.
go up and you pick
No.
somebody else out.
Like I said, I was the kid at the arcade. There weren't like a bunch of girls lining up to skate with me. But that's fine.
But if you went out during the snowball, there were. If you went out
Yeah.
there, they were lined up waiting to be
That actually was
picked.
what happened. In a line.
See, I know nothing about that. There was a really embarrassing video. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
It was last year.
Last year. Like, I'm the guy with like the walker and like just terrified to make a move.
Now, I know a lot of people have asked because we didn't have those, I think, the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And again, just as small as the rink is compared to others, having
makes it hard,
those, just, because then, kids leave them out there or they get in the way. I mean, so, unfortunately.
They can
we
become
don't
a
have
hazard.
Just hold on to that wall. Hold on to that wall.
Or somebody
hard.
stable.
Be
That's-
one with the wall.
Drew's move the last 2 years, because we have gone
Yeah.
for some like forced family fun that I require. And
It's kind of like putt-putt. She forces me to do things that I just hate.
forced
And then you end up
family
loving it.
fun. Thank
no,
you.
no, that's not how it ends.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. But he does like one bit from the one entrance, and then you go down like the straightaway to the second entrance, and he's like, "I'll use that as an exit."
There it is.
And
I did
that's-
it. I came.
I was on the ice, leave me
I
alone.
saw.
It's a
Did not
donation
conquer.
to
But I
Bridges.
came
I
and I
bit
saw.
it hard last year.
Did you?
Yeah,
See, I just
yeah,
don't want that.
yeah.
I don't want that.
It was funny because everybody was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
It was-
Well, good
it
thing you
was-
got that, city health insurance you were talking about. So
Yeah.
that's good. All right. So the next question, which isn't a question, it's just a very nice statement. Kelly on Facebook says, "Hi, Tyler and Drew. I hope you and your families have a great Turkey Day."
Oh, thanks, Kelly.
Very nice,
She's a
Kelly.
doll.
So thank you for that. Kelly
Blessings to yours
she
as
watches,
well.
She watches the show all the time. We appreciate her support of the Kokomo Post here. So awesome. Those are the questions we had this week. If you have a question you want us to catch up on that we'll get next week. Am I missing one?
Well, internally, we had some questions.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think there was a question about like there was maybe a rumor about a snow machine. Is that any update on that?
Oh, correct. For the Christmas parade.
Was that a dramatic enough pause?
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
you said so many things without saying anything.
Yes.
TBD.
Let's just say that my mother and brother are on the committee for the parade, and if there's a rumor going around about a snow machine,
But you started that rumor. You're the one that
I
told
did.
us that.
Oh,
you said
yeah,
that they
I
were
was
talking about it. Don't act like we're like breaking rules here.
yeah.
You said that.
Well, yeah.
We'll have to. What you're saying is we'll have to come to the parade and find out.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that. Christmas parade is
probably
on what
the
day?
week. I mean, people maybe freak out a little, and maybe they won't, but chances are, if they have a snow machine, they will probably test it out a day or two before the parade.
Smart. That'd be smart. That'd be smart to test that out and make sure it's working. I mean, if there is one.
Goodness.
If there is one.
Not saying there is.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if there is one, there's probably might be fake snow, like a day
Oh, my
before,
goodness.
maybe 2 days before. Or, Yeah. Is the main expense of a snow machine just the machine, or like is it expensive? What goes in a snow? Is it just water?
No, it's some
Liquid? Of
some
course
liquid,
it is.
yeah. But there's
Snow,
two
water.
kinds of liquid. There's liquid if it's, I think, below 30 degrees, and there's liquid if it's
Oh my
above
That's called
30
ice.
degrees or something.
Yeah.
It's ice.
Yeah, it's
So-
science.
And then above it it's water vapor.
Yeah.
Those are the three phases of.
Oh, now she's throwing
Of water.
science.
Yeah,
at
she
me.
took chemistry in
it's
high school. Congratulations. Proud of you.
But we'll have to find out, because one of the two liquids, I think, does use antifreeze, so it doesn't freeze. So maybe it's the lower the
Why would you-
temperature they use that. So if there happens to be a snow machine at the
hypothetically.
parade,
Hypothetically.
Yeah, you've done a
and-
lot of research for something that's pretty
and
hypothetical.
the temperature that night of the parade is under 20 degrees, don't catch the snowflakes in your tongue.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Just in case.
I'm just gonna say either way, I'm not doing that.
Okay,
Just
gotcha.
enjoy the
Also,
the atmosphere.
or did we have another question? Sorry.
No. We did
Okay,
not.
I want to talk about a story that just broke today.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, a Powerball ticket, a $200,000 winner, was sold at the One Stop Express on Markland Avenue in
Yeah.
Kokomo
No
today.
way.
And then no one's claimed it yet.
Yeah.
There's a
Wasn't me.
$200,000 winner out there
Of
somewhere
what?
in Kokomo.
Wait, of the Powerball.
Powerball.
That was
Apparently.
yeah.
Do you know Apparently Kid? Do you remember that kid?
Yeah.
And he said, I've never watched live television before other than my grandpa who likes to watch the Powerball.
Thank you. That was a way better impression.
Apparently. I love that kid. It's really weird seeing that kid. Somebody just sent a thumbs up when that happened. Okay. It's really weird seeing that kid. He's like almost an adult now. He's
now,
like
right,
18.
yeah.
No, it's really weird. So, hey, if you're watching this and you bought a Powerball ticket
At the One Stop?
recently at One Stop Express on 1212 East Markland Avenue, you might
This could be your day.
Run and cash it in.
you know, $200,000 richer. So go check that out.
My
Interesting.
goodness.
Okay. Well, do
Play
you have
to
a
win.
dad joke for us this week?
Oh. Well, I mean, this.
Like every week, you're like, oh, like it's a surprise.
Like a surprise.
Is it convincing?
Yes, yes, it is.
Anyway,
Every time I think
well-
you're really gonna like come up stumped. Man,
There were a couple
Taylor.
times it's like, oh man, I maybe I don't. But I mean, this time of year, everybody gets frustrated on how, you know, the holidays just kind of run together. I mean, it's like
Sure,
hallowed
yeah.
Thanksgiving miss or whatever.
Yeah.
But the one, I mean, the combining Halloween and Thanksgiving. I mean, you know what they. What type of turkey they would eat at that type of holiday, a Thanksgiving, Halloween.
Grass-fed organic.
Close.
I don't know. What would it be?
Turducken.
A poultrygeist.
A poultrygeist.
I got it.
That's good, folks. Man.
Happy Hallowgiving.
Happy thanks.
Happy thanks.
Ween.
Thanks wing.
Must.
Thanks wing miss. Hallow.
Wing miss because turkey. Okay, we should end that. Thank you for watching this show. Once again this week for another episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show. If you have any questions for the mayor, leave them in the chat below. We will get to them next week. We love you, Kokomo. Have a good, safe week. Stay warm and go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.
And also make sure to watch the first episode of the Cougar Cast tomorrow on the Kokomo Post Sports. We'll see you there. Have a great weekend. Have
bet.
a great week, Kokomo.
See you, Kokomo.